Hi guys. I'm sorry that we're not able to meet in person, but I did want to send a cool video for you to practice along with, um, and something just to have fun with. So I'm so glad you guys are in my string ensemble, and I hope that we get to play for the concert. We'll see what happens. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is your instrument. So whether that be violin, viola, oh, there's a shadow on my face. Whoa. Violin, viola, cello, or bass, you need to all make sure that you have your tapes. So if you need to go to the music store this week, hopefully you can get that done. Um, those are very important for knowing where to place your fingers down. I don't have tapes anymore. I had them when I was a kid, but once you get your ear trained and your muscle memory of where those are supposed to go, then you don't need those anymore. But for now, we definitely need to have those for all of my students. So the music store will make sure they're placed in the right spot and that you're practicing those in the right way as well. Okay, make sure you get that done, and let me know when you do. That's an exciting step. Okay, with our bow, we're gonna make sure that we're rosining our bow. And look at my bow; it's a little bit dirty. It has a little bit of rosin on it, so I want to make sure that I'm wiping that down. Maybe at the end of this practice, I will. And then also, I have some rosin dust on my instrument because I've just been playing it. But you'll want to make sure that you have a cloth that's clean that you can use to wipe your instrument down at the end of each practice. Okay, we're gonna start with our bow exercises. Up like a rocket, down like the rain, back and forth like a choo-choo train, around your head like the golden sun, up on top, do-do-do-do-do, up like a rocket, down like the rain, back and forth like a choo-choo train, around your head like the golden sun, up on top. Now we're done. That's a great warm up for your shoulder, for your arm, and getting you ready to play. You can also be practicing your bow grip, right? Making sure your bow grip is correct when you do that exercise. You're holding your bow in your right hand and your instrument in your left hand. Okay. I'm mostly going to be doing violin today because I have a violin, but I am going to also talk about viola because for our songs it's going to be very similar to violin. And then with cello and bass, it's obviously going to be different fingerings. So I'll do a separate video for the cello and the bass, and I'm just going to use my violin as if it were a cello or a bass. Okay. Until I'm supposed to get a cello from one of my old violin teachers. She taught me violin from fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and then I had somebody else for 11th and 12th, and then into college, obviously. But yeah, she's one of my good friends, Mrs. Powers, and she's a great strings resource. Anyways, moving back to the music. Okay. So when you warm up, I want to make sure that you are playing some long tones. Set your metronome. Remember, you can get a free metronome app on a tablet or a phone. You can also buy a metronome from the store, from the music store. Okay. And when you're tuning, make sure that you are not making huge changes with your pegs. I almost forgot about tuning. Not making huge changes with your pegs. Do it carefully. You're going to push in at the same time as you turn. And then if it's a small adjustment, which mostly you should be doing, you're going to use your little fine tuners down there, okay? Just be careful not to break your strings. So I'm not making those big adjustments back and forth, but slowly easing into that note that you're looking for. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to play some long tones. 1, 2, oh, and I'm going to start at the frog, and I'm going to go all the way to the tip of the bow on each open string. So I can actually just let my hand rest down here. 1, 2, ready, play. Two, 3, 4, E. Very nice. You just want those to be long and consistent. It's getting your bow warmed up and used to using your whole bow when you're playing. Okay, so I could play that a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really trying to make it all the way. These are whole notes. 2, 3, 4. Notice I was just playing in this space, within this space right here, between your bridge and your fingerboard. All right, have fun with that. You can also make those half notes and then turn them into quarter notes. Okay, let's go ahead and stop with whole notes, half notes, quarter notes. So your half notes will sound like this. Use as much bow as you can though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to play quarter notes, 4 on each string. And that's it. Okay, now I'm going to play my fingers on the strings. Okay, so this is where the tapes really come in handy. All right, so for violin, I'm going to start on the D string, the second string, from the lowest, and then I'm going to play D, E, F sharp, G. So open, 1, 2, 3. Notice how, let me turn the right way. 1 and 2 are far apart. That's a whole step. But 2 and 3 are close together, a half step. Open, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's going to sound like this. So you can go up and then back down, right? I'm also trying pizzicato. Pizzicato, what is it? Pizzicato. And you get to use plucking. And then also doing arco. What is it? Arco with bow. Okay. And then I'll try it with arco. Now, the entire time I'm playing, my wrist is not like this. Make sure you really pay attention to that because that's going to really limit how much movement you can do with your fingers, and then it's going to start hurting your hand after a while too. Okay, so we don't want to build that bad habit. We want to make good habits, right? So my wrist is going to drop, and I'm going to say, hi, self. What do I say? Hi, self. I'm going to try it one more time. So I'm keeping my fingers really close to the fingerboard as well, because I'm not going to go like this and then have to go, oh, where did that finger go again? Oh, no. I'm going to keep them arched, make a tunnel, and keep my fingers close to the fingerboard. Now I'm going to play the next string and play the same fingers on that string, excuse me. So A, B, C, D, D, C sharp, B, A. Okay, so my fingers are going in that same pattern. Open, 1, 2, and then 3. Those are the only notes that we're going to need for the 2 songs we're going to do for the concert. Okay, so if I played let me play my notes on my A string first. Now I'm going to play those 2 strings together. Remember, for viola, cello, and bass, they're different strings and different fingerings. But viola is very close. All right, starting on the D string. 1, 2, ready, D. Okay, now back down. Now, if you can play all of those notes, you've just played your D major scale. Woo, woo, go you. Okay, so what I will say about viola, cello, and bass, they are going to be different fingerings, and different strings, but they're going to be the same notes. The same what? Yes, notes. Okay, let's look at our book. String Explorer time. Okay, so if you need to review any of those notes, you can actually go back in your book before page 10 to look at those notes. Okay, Right now I'm looking at page 11. We're going to start with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So what I always try to do with you guys especially is I'm going to pluck those notes first. So I'm going to use some pizzicato first. Sorry guys, let me turn this off. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use some pizzicato notes first. And I'm going to hold the guitar style. Now I might also say those notes first before I play them even. So I might say D, D, A, A, B, B, A. It's a little bit high. G, G, F sharp, E, E, D. Getting that steady beat, right? Let's try to play that. 1, 2, ready, number 32. Third finger. Okay, for the concert, we are going to be playing this one pizzicato, but it is still good to practice with arco too. Let's do it one time with arco. Try your best. 1, 2, ready, play. How did you do? All right, you can pause the video here and practice it again if you need to. All right, if you're ready though to move on, you can move on to the next page, page 12, and we're also going to play Jingle Bells. Now this one says to practice by clapping, pizzicato, and then arco, 1, 2, and then 3. And so we're going to clap that rhythm first. 1, 2, ready, play. And I'm going to say that, actually I'm going to say the note names too, so I get used to saying those note names and knowing what they are. Because pretty soon, they're going to take away those names, and we're going to have to read the note on the staff. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. F, 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 sh. F, 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 sh. F, A, D, E, F, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 F, 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 E, E, F, E, sh. A, sh. F, 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 sh. F, 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 sh. F, A, D, E, F, sh, sh, sh. G, 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 F, 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 A, G, E, D, D. Remember that last D is up high. And there's a little mark that looks like an apostrophe. That's a reset. So I'm going to play that last measure only. 1, 2, ready, play. D, reset, make a circle. And then the high D. Just like that. Okay? And then it repeats. Make sure you repeat the whole song when you're finished. Okay, for practice, we're only going to play it one time through though. Alright, I'm going to do pizzicato for the whole song, so I'm going to actually put my bow down. This time for pizzicato, I'm going to leave it on my shoulder. Okay? And I'm going to say those notes. Make sure I'm saying them in my head when I play it too. 1, 2, ready, play. Second line. Alright, now I'm going to try arco. Whenever I see an apostrophe, I'm going to reset my bow. So I'm going to make that little circle. Try your best. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, ready, start. Whoops. No reset there. 2, 3, 4. All right. Have fun, practice, get ready for that concert, and send me a video if you can. That would be a lot of fun to see your progress on these songs and on your instrument. Have fun. See you later. Bye.